Hey y'all, it is Tia from Tarot by Tia, and I'm back with another video. Today we're looking at the Aquarius Pluto transit. It is coming out of Capricorn and it is going into Aquarius. I'm just going to do a collective reading for us, and then I'm going to do all signs. Please remember this is not a personal reading, although it gets very personal for a lot of people. Oops, if you guys hear noise in the background, it's just the dryer going off. But like I was saying, if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Nothing wrong happened. Maybe it's just not resonating right now. You could possibly come back and watch it later because this is going to be a very long 20-year transit. Excuse me, but pickups now. Why is it that recently I've been having a lot of pickups, a lot of like solar plexus stuff going on when I start doing readings? That might be something for the collective, but we need to work on our solar plexus chakra or the throat chakra because those are the two that are right there. At the heart too. The heart chakra. I'm not sure if they're anyway. What is going for us in general, the collective, the environment, politics. Um, those of you who are watching this video, just in general, is it not transit? Okay, if you're a Capricorn right now and it is January, happy birthday. It is my birthday month as well. We've got that it's already coming off as institutions, new ways of doing things. This is a long-term thing. What on the deck is Queen of Cups. That could be a Venus type situation. But like I was saying, happy birthday to all the Capricorns. And as I'm going to pull 5, I normally do 3, but this is like I said, a long-term thing. It's like immediately, a lot of us won't really feel it. It's going to be building up and building up and building up. And 3 of Pentacles. So a lot of things going on with money, like long-term things. Getting new energy, institutions getting new energy. Okay. Oh, and there goes the card of Aquarius. We'll probably also get the cards of Pluto very soon. Aquarius, the sign, is a very humanitarian sign. Some people feel like it's cold. This might be a great lady. Somebody like known as the great lady. I'm also hearing this like a star. We might end up seeing a star being like a scientific type of discovery when it comes to the stars. And I feel like one might be called the Great Lady. It's like she was gone and then she came back. Might be an asteroid, like a significant asteroid being discovered as well. With the 3 of Pentacles. This is a generational thing as well. So it has been Capricorn for most of my life. I bet she was gonna feel very strange. I'm having Capricorn. For Capricorn people and people who have Capricorn placements, it might be like an oppressive feeling coming off your chest. And you're like, I don't know what happened. I'm not understanding what happened. It might just be an astrological thing for you because Pluto spends so much time in one sign. Fine. Please clarify the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, there goes the double card, which can indicate Capricorn. So we've seen Capricorn, we've seen Aquarius. And we've seen it's like a delicate dance between the old and the new coming in, because Capricorn can be a very, and there goes a card of Pluto, Scorpio. Like I was saying, I knew we were going to see it because that's what we're reading, and there goes justice. So it's like this with the Hierophant is coming off as the legal system. The way that things have been done before will not be the way that we do things in the future. With the Ten of Pentacles and for the Ace of Wands, it's also coming off as the old guard either having to evolve or having to release their hold on what's going on. But yes, we might see more royal news. Something going on with the Queen of England. I mean, that pair of people are very they are older. They can't live forever, so let me see what I get clarification of these cards. These three fell off 4. Huh, that's weird. Because there was 2 different cards there in the middle before. I'm really feeling like a delicate dance between the old guard and the new one. Things going on in the actual um sky too. And it's like the old guard does not want to go at all. Like the people in power, the powers that be don't want to be the powers that were. You know what I mean? But I feel like this is it's gonna be an interesting time to be alive for sure, because no one has ever seen this before. It hasn't been in Pluto has not been in Aquarius in how long? I think somebody said 200 years, 250 years or something. Looking at Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is coming off to me right now as the economy. And all of the upheaval and all the things that are coming out right now. Like recently, we saw that Diddy, the artist, a lot of his old junk is coming back up again. So that's going to be a theme for the next 20 years. Like things people tried to hide, maybe they tried to pay people off and things of that nature. Also, like Epstein and his list, stuff like that is going to keep being unearthed, because that's what Pluto does. It strips you down, and it shows who you actually are to the world, and that's what's going to keep happening. There goes 2 cups again. Why is this 2 cups here? And then there goes the don't be surprised if the economy takes a hit. Like don't be surprised. What I'm feeling is more stuff like what happened between Starbucks and Stanley, the Stanley company with the cups. We're boycotting them because they are, I don't want to get censored I don't want to get censored, but we're boycotting them because they are supporting a force that is unfairly oppressing people. We don't support that over here. So they came together and they made a deal. And now Starbucks is not suffering as much as Starbucks needs to be suffering. So I would not be surprised if, at least for a little bit of time, people, it's like the GameStop and the AMC stuff as well. Adam Aaron pretty much fucked everybody, right? But it's because he was making deals and stuff behind closed doors and stuff like that. So don't be surprised if, as the planet is entering Aquarius, we see more of this, where companies are finding ways to maintain. But I'm not seeing this as a good long-term thing. And this is another card of Pluto. This is a Scorpio card. So I would not be surprised if there is, you know, I'm not sure. This is also like an actual building that I'm seeing going up in flames. Like maybe institutions on in financial districts being like burning. I'm not sure if that's metaphorical or if that's actually a building burning, but I'm seeing this like be a building burning. The old stuff also has to go. And it's gonna be slow to go because they're gonna find ways to get around it. But it's not sustainable and it's temporary. It might take years for it to happen. Because like I said before, this is a 20-year transit, but this cannot maintain. This cannot stay there. This cannot continue because it's not sustainable with the new energies that's coming in. Why is that over? Yep, things changing. So ultimately, the cycles will be closing. As the cycles are closing, it's like the old guard is feeling like they can, continue to operate the way they used to. And this is like a pressing matter. No, it's not going to be able to continue how it used to continue because there's not going to be a supporting energy of um, stagnancy and good old boys and stuff like that. The billionaire boys club. 10 of Pentacles, please. 10 of Pentacles is coming off as long-standing energy that has been there for at least 10 years, the last 10 years. And it's like a lot of people are not going to be able to, people who have made their money unethically. It's like they don't really see it coming. They're always going to be how it was before. Nothing's going to change because nothing has ever changed for us. And I'm seeing them like holding on to these pinnacles, but they're doing it so haphazardly. It could fall out of their hands. It could do this. It can do that. And I'm seeing this dog down here seeing what is coming. It's like the people don't see it coming, but the dog sees it coming. And he's like on alert here. It's like, you guys see what I'm seeing? The dog was like, do you guys see what I'm seeing? And the people in the background, I'm like, whatever, light. So I'm seeing a lot of people who have made their money in a underhanded, unethical way. I'm seeing them not be able to hold on to it and maintain it long term. So the advice all kind of karma for ourselves, we'll end up with this. Because like I said, 20 years is a long time if you're around my age. And you have that Capricorn stellium, and the Pluto has been on your stellium for a long time. You might, especially Saturn, you might want to make sure that you don't do anything to irritate the energies that are here, because I see karma coming quicker than it used to. Eight of Wands, more information coming out, more information being shared quicker and quicker. And there goes another card of the old guard dying. Not physically, but metaphorically dying. And this is also a card of Scorpio. Did we see all the Scorpio cards? I think it was Judgment, Tower card, Death card. These are all Scorpio energies. So not those are all, Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So I'm saying like the 10, which is an ending, a financial ending. Together, these two are coming off as the economy. I'm seeing new ways to do the economy. I'm seeing new ways to do the economy, new ways to do things economically. Does it make sense? Stock market stuff, new stuff to do stuff, new ways to do stock market stuff. What the fuck is coming up here? I get the communication card and now I can't talk. So I'm seeing also that for a long time, information that was like the aliens. They're talking about aliens now. That's a Uranian thing. That's outer space. That kind of information will keep coming. It'll keep coming out over the next 20 years. We might actually see real ones down in Florida. They apparently had an incident Some people say it was 10-foot aliens. Other people say it was some kids throwing firecrackers and fighting. I don't trust anything the mainstream media tells me anymore. So this also is coming off as mainstream media continuing to suppress for a while, and then ultimately new ways of getting your information because we're not going to trust mainstream media. Somebody else was talking about celebrities. I think that was Gemini Brown. He was talking about how celebrities are not going to be able to, they're going to have to either evolve or become irrelevant. Please. I see the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Coins, and the Three of Pentacles. It's coming off as, because if you look at the person's face, to me, he looks bewildered. It's like something financially that the institution does not see coming. Um, but they're gonna want to try and suppress it. They're gonna try and keep things like I said before, the way they used to be when Capricorn was the ruler, you know, and keeping things status quo. I see something coming that's like this, especially when it comes to institutions and finances, especially financial institutions. Maybe this is more relevant now because Jupiter is going into Taurus. I'm not sure what those aspects are, but gonna have to look that up later. Anyway, I was looking at the wands. Eight of Wands is here as well. And that could be, this can be a transit from one of the fire signs. Could also be the sun itself because Leo rules the sun. Something that I'm hearing is around April, which is the end of Taurus season, the end of Aries, the beginning of Taurus season. Like more information coming out around April, yearly, not just this year, but like yearly. Yeah, and I saw her. That's so interesting that these two. I picked up the card. Do you see how many cards that is? And then I saw these two here. More about that. Well, he's coming out as an asteroid right now. Five of Cups. Okay, I'm also seeing this as somebody who, for a long time, everybody liked him. Everybody was like, this is the best personality. This person is wonderful. It's like his dirty deeds are coming out into the light as well. Things that were held back in secret are coming out to like really cause this person some heartache and pain. I'm hearing that song. I think it's Journey. Oh, I've seen heartache and pain. I want to know this sign person or asteroid or whatever. Ooh, something regarding this person's family. This could be I don't know why I heard the Koch brothers. I think one of them already passed away, but I'm hearing like maybe that family, some of the Waltons, maybe something regarding their family comes out. How deeply they have their fingers into everything might come out. Somebody of that particular magnitude, their dirt coming out. Again? No. Okay. This person could be like a person that's back in the shadows who does not doesn't really show their face much anymore, or they move into a period where they don't show their face anymore. This person might end up. It might come out this person has two different families, and it's like you would never guess that this person had as many families as they did. And it's like this person is like it felt like what they showed the world was that they were upstanding. And it might lead to their demise by their own hands. I'm gonna say that one and leave it how it is. This person could come out with like a lot a lot of like shocking secrets. Yeah. Or they could pass away and then we look in their house and we see like who they actually were, and it's like shocking how twisted this person was. All right, so we're gonna look at the Ace of Wands. King of Wands also with the economy. I don't remember what the stock market's sign is. More bodies might be revealed underneath the institutions on Wall Street, because we already know that there are graves over there for a long time. Um, with our indigenous people, that the residential schools, that has been a thing that was being revealed. I see more of that information coming out, and seeing how deep down and whose fingers were in that business and why, and more children being unearthed. I'm also seeing a lot more mass graves being, not maybe not a lot, but more mass graves being unearthed, more missing people being found. If you guys have been on TikTok and you're on like news feed TikTok, I just saw 2244 that could be relevant. You've seen that in Mississippi behind, I think it was Jackson, Mississippi, behind one of the jails. They found a mass grave of a mass graveyard of people who were like they're unmarked. They unearthed these people. That's the kind of energy that Pluto moving into Aquarius will be bringing for the next 20 years. Ace of Wands referring to. I'm seeing this here as the Eye of Sauron for some reason, but I'm also feeling it as like more surveillance, new ways for the powers that be, the institutions, to surveil us. Okay. That was strange. Y'all see that? How it just jumped off? The Six of Cups came out and reversed itself. So things from the past, definitely a good time for those things to come out. Like I really do feel like there's gonna be some like massive conspiracy theories that will be confirmed. Um, I'm seeing what is his name? Neil Armstrong and the moon landing. I'm not saying that it was fake, but I'm feeling like more information about it coming out that we never knew about before. More information about JFK. Like that story has been so hashed and rehashed, just like the past coming back around again, because up this way it's pleasant, it's nostalgic. The unpleasant things from the past, I feel like, are going to be coming back around, and we're going to be taking like a new look at them. So I'm really getting like big past, like your whatever dirty deeds you did in the past. I feel like according to the four front, especially institutions. I feel like we're going to be seeing more information about which institutions benefited from slavery, the enslavement of people. Us in Ace of Pentacles. This is coming off as new ways to pass along currency. So Bitcoin, feeling like Bitcoin is going to be things like Bitcoin are also going to be, relatively large because Bitcoin's been around for a long time. But I thought there's going to be a new infrastructure to make Bitcoin more mainstream because I do feel like right now people feel like it's still novel. But I see this coming more and more into our sphere over the next 20 years. I'm also seeing these eyes. Like, swear to God, I have not paid attention to these eyes too much before. But I'm also seeing like our money being watched, the way that we're passing our money along, being watched. Like I said before, with the eye of Sauron up here. I'm seeing this as a new financial cycle for sure. But I'm also seeing this like fintech companies popping up everywhere and doing very well. The ones that are doing things ethically and legitimately, I see them doing well. Um, but I'm also seeing these eyes here. So I'm seeing new ways to surveil the people, the populace, new ways to keep tabs on the public, the government having new ways to keep tabs on us. And there goes the Virgo card there as well. I want to say the Seeker. I really feel like there's going to be just new ways to watch. Not just the government, but us to watch entertainment, TV, maybe like more VR things popping up. And it's all feeling like it's connected to technology because that is also the Uranus energy. I also got this Hierophant. Venus may also have more information coming up about what is going on with that planet. This, for some reason, is also coming off of Saturn, so I would not be surprised if we found out I was out in space more. Just in general. I'm also seeing, I don't know why, but I'm seeing something coming up about an asteroid. Maybe not necessarily like Halley's Comet or anything like that, but something maybe more discoveries of asteroids. Maybe the first space travel type thing to an asteroid to start mining it, maybe mining asteroids, something like that. Maybe even an asteroid coming down here where we are and being studied. Solar flares also kind of popping up here. Something new about solar flares popping up. Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. I don't know what this song is, but there's this person who sings the song and they're like belting out this "Don't Rain on My Parade" type situation. I feel like the rain's coming down on institutions, honest to God. And there goes the Aquarius card. We saw Aquarius, Virgo, lots of Scorpio, Capricorn energy here. So those might be key months, to go look at. There's definitely new energy coming here. I do see institutions definitely trying damn hard to not have to start over, to keep things how they used to be, to not have to like do anything new. But I see this as being an issue being forced. This is also coming off as war because this can be a card of like PTSD and war wounds. And there goes the Emperor. So it's coming off as government really trying to like grab a hold so hard, like white knuckle it. And the Aquarian card, the Aquarian energy coming in saying you really can't keep doing it how you used to do it. You cannot. This is new energy. You cannot control everything. You cannot, you cannot keep an iron fist. This was coming up as like the institution trying to maintain iron fist, try and do it to the bitter end, but ultimately over time that they're gonna have to let these new this is coming off also as new energy in the healthcare field, which can also be an Aquarius thing, new energy in the financial field, new energy when it comes to I'm seeing solar power or what is it? It's not just solar power, like EV, new ways to like pull energy out of the air to use it to like power cities and stuff. But like I was saying, government's gonna try and keep certain ones, you know which ones I'm talking about, are gonna try and keep things, slow things down. Try and keep doing like back office deals to keep things how they used to be, but I'm not seeing that work out well for them in the future. Taurus is coming off as Venus. When she comes into contact with Pluto, I'm seeing um well, I'm hearing fintech, but I'm seeing like financial upheaval. Also the beauty industry having advancing in leaps and bounds. We may also lose one of our beauty icons, which I mean that's to be expected. It's 20-year transit. We're gonna lose people. That's just normal, That's not an amazing prediction or anything. That's just normal. May even get more information about Marilyn Monroe's life and how she passed, or somebody of that ilk. Kind of like I'm also hearing Zsa Zsa Gabor, like how and why. I don't. Okay. Two of Swords. I'm also seeing a legal battle for a woman in the spotlight. Well, I don't know that lady's name, but she tricked a lot of people in the fintech industry, and then she got special preferential treatment um because she was pregnant and this, that, and the fourth, and she ended up not going. She like put off going to jail for a while, and then her jail sentence got reduced or something. It was a whole big thing for a while. More information about her coming out, judgment. So I feel like ultimately this person might have the book thrown at them. The world, somebody might get out of jail that has been in jail for a long time, and it was unjust as well. So it's coming off as a Venus retrograde thing that after Venus comes out of retrograde, maybe in 2 or 10 years, it's like some kind of cycle ends because there's like a release of energy. Does Venus, the planet, even release things? Like I know the sun does solar flares. Does Venus do like Venus flares or whatever? I don't know. But this is coming off as like a worldwide thing too. So it's not just, us in the US, it is the world. So what is the advice for us? You know what? Let me see what I can see. Anything else that I can see? Hold on. Definitely getting big. Like the theme is dirt from the past coming to light. It's like a purging of the things that came like before. It's like things that were suppressed, hard to keep them under wraps. Institutions trying to stay relevant, celebrities trying to stay relevant. New ways to do things, beauty in the beauty industry, especially the fine tech industries and the solar. energy type of industries. I'm seeing those things like being transformed. Long term, seeing the economy take a hit. One more card for the devil. Man, that song, Me and the Devil, walking side by side. That particular band might put out another. There goes the yes. I'm not seeing people operating in this energy just in general, not seeing them do too well. Things not working out for them. What it's coming off as, y'all know I don't read reversals unless I'm unless I'm inspired to. It's coming off like this. Things not working out for people who are operating in the devil energy. And we know what that is: toxic, codependent, unhealthy. If you were operating in this energy in the past, I'm really seeing that things coming like this is the result, honest to God. So this also coming up as this. That's like it's like this: if you spent your life in service to others, being kind to others, doing, good things toward others, I'm seeing, your karma being a positive thing. But if you're more on this side of the spectrum, I'm seeing your karma being like this. And not just people, but institutions. I'm seeing sludge pits, a lot of things being these are big changes. These are really big changes. I'm seeing sludge pits though. I'm also like here in the Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo right now. Um, I'm seeing I know already that there's uh genocide and stuff going on in those parts of the world. I'm hearing that the meek shall inherit the earth. It's coming up as spiritual energy being put behind people who have been oppressed for so long. But I'm also seeing it as the devil not wanting to let go of the resources that they've been stealing for so long and trying to manifest ways to continue to um, hold on to it. I'm also seeing manifesting ways of advancing. A lot of stuff coming to the light, though, for sure. I'm also seeing people maybe get more into the old religions, more into the occult, seeing old religions also be going out more. That's been happening for years. The churches have been having a hard time hanging on to people and maintaining their power over people. And it's like they're going to continue to lose their grip because people are either going to be more and more atheist, or they're going to be considering themselves more spiritual, or they're going to be getting they're going to be returning back to religions of the past that are more earth-based. All right, so what is the advice for the seekers? Woo-hoo! Before we go into the all signs, what is the advice for the seekers regarding this Pluto and Aquarius? Again, it is generational, but what a generation it's gonna be. And as you are living here on this planet with the rest of us, you're going to be experiencing some of the things, even if you're just partaking in the new ways to do, you know, woo, health, health, wealth, prosperity. I'm seeing debit cards becoming more high tech. like a revolution when it comes to debit cards and ATM cards, credit cards, and stuff like that. Now is a good time to make your 20-year plan. King of Swords, which can be Aquarian energy. I keep getting hiccups, so I would say communication. So these are not big cards, but these are all sword cards. The Empress there as well. That's coming up as the Earth. This is coming up as Mother Earth. Do what you personally can to make sure that you're taking care of the Earth. What you can do. You can recycle. You can, reuse, renew. You can get phones that are used, so you're not using. I'm also seeing this as transformation, the way that we look at climate crisis and things like that. But anyway, you can reuse a phone. You have to get a new phone every year. Even the way that I'm also seeing shoes coming out with like new technology in them, like actual technology in the shoe. And that might be a way that the governments are keeping up with people, not just phones, but also shoes. This can also be Taurus, Libra energies. This could be like Venusian energy for you. You might benefit from like getting more into that. Also going outside, like actually sticking your feet in the grass, making sure you're not like sipping in poop or anything, so you don't get parasites, but also like grounding, tree hugging, planting trees, planting flowers. There's this guy on TikTok who is doing flower bombs. I can find him. I will put his link down below. Sword. This is coming off as like get your mind right. Justice card. So yeah. Finding balance with the Seven of Swords here. That's a strange card to come off. You may benefit from moving in silence, trying to bring balance to your own life. Spend some time doing your own research to see like what is coming. Look at your own birth chart, especially if you're not like a big astrology person. Maybe just take a glance, figure it out, see where Pluto is in your planet, where Pluto is in your chart. Sorry. So if there's any legal matters that you might have, definitely keep coming up with this wheel card coming up. Look into how you could possibly make more money, um, either networking, stock market. Do your own due diligence and your own research when it comes to that. The wheel, it has Scorpio, Aquarius, Virgo, and Leo on it, I believe, the original card. And this is also a card karma. So look at your own karma because justice might sneak up on you. I feel like you guys would know if you have been a good person, like you know, you would know if you were on what side of the spectrum you are when it comes to being kind to people, because it's like this is karma. Karma is karma is coming. It's like, whatever the karma is, the wheel is neutral. However, the wheel's going to turn for you. It depends on your past deeds. So it's like, examine your past deeds. My dryer just stopped. Dealing with a Libra. There goes the Eight of Cups, which is like leaving something behind. You may benefit from changing the way you think. This is coming off as taking little steps to change the way you think. This is a weird message, but be kind to your mother or your baby's mother, because some kind of justice might sneak up on you when you don't expect it. Try to abandon. This is coming off as abandonment. Try to abandon the old ways of, like, the old rigid ways that don't work anymore or don't work well anymore, that aren't efficient. It's also like delving into your emotions. There's also like eclipse seasons might be good times for you guys to like transform and do transformations. I also hear like declutter. I don't know what that's about. Somebody might be a hoarder. It might be a good time to um, get some assistance with it. And that's a long-term thing that has to happen, because hoarding is it's deeply ingrained, you know. So the pinnacles keep going out. Devil keeps wanting to take a glimpse. Look at codependency. Look at mental health. Um, look at your finances. It's coming off as whatever you're feeling like you're chained to. Reevaluate and see what you can do to free yourself from it, because it's coming off as like the law or something sneaking up on you when you least expect it. Could be a health thing, a financial crisis, a mental crisis, whatever the case may be, over the next 20 years, because those things can build and build and build and build and build until they explode. And it's like, get yourself right now, start doing good health habits now, little changes to help you, get where you want to go, to become more healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, whatever the case may be, because that stuff will build up, especially if you're putting like toxins in your body. Somebody might like eat nail paint off their nails, or do little things like that the toxins can build up in your body. So try and figure that out. But why is to the pinnacles here? Seeing somebody out there, like, your entire life is precarious at all times. Like, you might have to rob Peter to pay Paul, or beg, borrow, steal to make your ends meet. And it's coming off as that's not how you like. That's It's coming off as you needing to find a way to get out of that, because that's gonna eventually sneak up on you and cause issues. And two of Pentacles last time. That sounded so dramatic. What the fuck? Okay. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Figure out how you're handling money, where your money is going. If you have an inkling of, somebody or something not being good for you, um, somebody also might have an Aquarius moon. The transits will reveal that. And it's asking you to go ahead and take care of it now, so that it doesn't pile upon you in 20 years. So with that being said, watch your drinking. That habit can also, cause issues. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to these signs. And I hope that this does what I want it to do. It's been doing, my videos have been coming out a lot better, you know, compared to how they were at the end of last year. All right, so Aries, what will this Pluto and Aquarius transit bring you? Remember, this is a long-term thing now. All right, so we've got things that you've invested in, decisions that you've made. What is coming? Again, with the karma and things that you've invested in. Put your time, your money, your energy, your mental energy, whatever the case may be. It's coming down as either blessings or consequences. Specifically financially, you got to watch the way you talk to people. You got to watch the way you treat people. Aries is the baby of the sun, of the zodiac, so be careful around your children first of all. But be careful what you say to your children when you teach your kids. Um, be careful being very selfish because the consequences can be good or they can be bad. So be very careful with that. Take care of your mind. Let's look at the Lovers card real quick. You could be done with a Gemini or have Gemini placement. I just saw the Cancer card, Cancer. I just saw the double card again. So that's Capricorn. You look at where Capricorn is in your chart and see what is up. Let's look at the Lovers card. Plant good seeds now, Two of Swords. So this is coming off as decisions. Um, make good decisions. Think uh a good amount about what you're going to do, what you're going to say, how you're going to do it. Plan ahead. It's coming off as financial and stability type things too. Because the 6, you're investing. The 7, you're waiting for investments to get to the point where you can harvest them. And now is a good time for you to plant good seeds. And now is also the time when you will be. I'm hearing like suffer the consequences of the bad seeds that you planted. And there's still time for you to, like, you know, get yourself together so that you don't have to go back to step one. Keep your documents in a waterproof, fireproof. You might benefit from putting them in a lockbox at the bank. These are really specific messages for somebody. Also, watch for seasonal affective disorder. Watch for any mental disorders. I think I said that already. Don't be two-faced with people. Deal straight and direct with people. Try and be tactful. This can be a character who is not very tactful. Anything else? Anything else? Double card. Do not, whatever you're chained to, consequences or blessings. This is coming off as consequences or blessings regarding your decisions. So make good decisions now, especially when it comes to like fluids and, well, the fluids you intake, because long term dehydration can cause your kidneys to fail or have issues. So I'm also seeing you guys going through many different stages over 20 years. Even if you're a young person, you know, even if you're 20 and you're going to be 40, it's like going through many different stages. It's like at one point, maybe you're this youngster, and then you're this person who feels a little bit older, and then, you know, feeling like this. It's like you might want to go ahead and get your panels done, lipids, vitamin deficiencies, and stuff like that, so that you can start building on it, so that you can, you know, maintain your body better. But anyways, coming off as good choices, for make good choices, because consequences are real. Consequences are real. All right, so we're gonna go ahead to Taurus list because I did Aries. Want to know what Pluto and Aquarius will bring our Tauruses? Taurus babies, Tauri. I think it's Taurus. Okay. 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 Seven of Pentacles again. And I do know for y'all, Pluto will be in your 10th house for a long time. You guys probably went through a philosophy change over the last 20 years, which I mean, that's normal. 20 years. Some people spend 20 years being a preacher. Some people spend 20 years, learning and growing and evolving. It feels like whatever the case was for you. Some of you guys were in the military. It's coming off as taking that philosophical change and applying it to your life. Anyway, what's coming to the Taurus? It's too high on that. I'm also hearing high horse. Don't be on a high horse. Don't live on the high horse. Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles is feeling like Seven of Pentacles is really going to be like a theme for a lot of different Eight of Wands. Zodiac signs here, and there goes the Temperance card. Generally, Taurus people are like really chill people, and this is coming off as don't be too chill. Take things in moderation. Don't overindulge when it comes to fine things. You can manifest whatever y'all are like. You can use this energy to manifest basically whatever you want. Let's see here. Page of Wands. You might find yourself traveling a lot. I'm seeing this and this as travel. You might end up getting a job that you travel a lot with. But also a lot of like passionate energy here. You guys might have Aries placements because Taurus Sun people, your Mercury will either be behind you, which is Aries, or in front of you, which is Gemini. Or it'll be in your sign, but because Mercury moves pretty fast, but it's not too far, I believe, from the sun. Could be wrong about that. Take care of your joints. I'm seeing this old man as having arthritis. I'm smelling Bengay and stuff like that for joints. Take care of your joints. Take care of your ligaments, specifically your knees. Somebody might have a torn ACL during this period of time. Just take care of your bones. Some of you guys might have a calcium deficiency that you have to take care of. There's devil again. Devil is a lurking energy here. So I feel like that's for many of us, in the zodiac, we have to be mindful of being chained to things. Eight of Wands, real quick. I'm hearing Taurus. Now, this is what I'm hearing, that we can be slow, okay? And the advice is to not be too slow to harvest, not be too slow to reap what you have sown. I know that'd be too violent with my cards. There goes the Page of Wands. Very strange. A lot of people that have to make some difficult decisions regarding money. Don't hold on too tightly to money because there's more money out there to be made. So again, with the investments, I feel like a lot of Taurus people have investments. They put their money into things. They are good at holding on to money. Don't hold on too tightly to it. Make sure you do, your own due diligence to make good choices. But don't allow a miserly mindset to keep you from planting seeds that you can eventually reap in the future. The Aquarius energy as well. You might need to heal a mindset that is um miserly so that you can move forward. Some of you guys have a cat. Take care of your cat. Be very good to your cat. Be nice to your cat. Also be nice to your mom. Again, with the baby mother, I'm seeing two children and the children's mother. Be kind to your children's mother. Rinse real quick. That's the institutional card again. Virgo, Taurus. Don't work too hard. Taurus people tend to work a lot. Don't work too hard. Don't invest your time too much at work and not enough at home, and then your kids grow up because it's gonna be a 20-year um thing, and then like you can't take care of them because work has broken you down. Four of Swords. So yeah, take everything in stride. I'd also feel like since Taurus is gonna have Jupiter in their sign along with Uranus, just take everything in stride. I feel like a lot of Taurus people, if they are able to, I feel like a lot of Taurus people are gonna have a little bit of a weird time because Uranus and Jupiter are gonna be in Taurus. So yeah. That being said, for y'all, the general message is this, you know, take everything in stride. Don't be too slow. Don't be too fast. uh, which is weird because, but anyway. All right, we're going to move on to the Geminis really quick. Gemini persons, Gemini people. There goes the damn fucking devil again. Anyway, let's look at Gemini's. What's coming for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. Wherever it prominently lies in the chart, what is coming for people, Gemini people, over the next. Nope. This Pluto Aquarius. You guys might experience like your first manic um episode. You might not even realize it, so be careful with drugs, alcohol, things you might be, you know, cupping it on. Somebody might lose somebody very special to them and then end up going through a manic episode or depressive episode. Please make sure to get the proper assistance if that happens for you. Okay. Again, we've got so much energy of new energy because we had the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands come out over the past couple of readings. That goes Six of Swords. Take care of your mind, y'all. Okay, I'm seeing this as it's Gemini twins. Take care of your mind. Um, take care with your words. There goes the Three of Pentacles. Maybe save money where you can save money. I'm seeing you guys like at the end of it. I feel like you guys are gonna be financially okay. There goes the Knight of Cups. Just like be careful with people. You know how sometimes people want to move in your house and they never want to leave. Be mindful of people in your house. Just take care of your children if you have any. Make sure you invest in your children what needs to be invested in them, like emotionally especially. This is also coming off as healing your inner child. A lot of you guys may have been wounded when you were younger, however that might have been. Could be an older brother or something that was like just not good to you. And yeah, somebody who was really malicious to you. This is like do what you can to heal your past trauma. Do what you can for your stability. I'm getting like mental stability over everything else, but that could be that could also be for finances and material things. Okay, Page of Cups. The Hermit. So you may benefit on reflecting on your emotional state. Pay attention to your emotions. I'm feeling like your emotions will guide you and help you grow and evolve over this period of time. And if you do honor your emotions, heal your inner child, which takes time. I can get a therapist if you need to. I'm seeing it, you can come out of it on the other side. You might even end up with two children. Um, one or two children after this transit has gone through. And maybe you're the kind of person who's like, I don't even think I want kids. To take care of what you can take care of to goodness, to not have that, to not have kids. All right. I think we're going to Leos. You may also benefit from working on a poverty mindset, and your finances may be tied to your emotions as well. So be careful with that. Leos. Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. The Sun. So I feel like you're going to be in your energy a lot, you know, or the advice is for you to be in your energy a lot because there can be transformation. You have good judgment. If there are any legal cases, make sure that you bring accurate evidence. And I feel like as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, the verdicts will go in your favor, especially if you're a lawyer. Don't be a dick, basically. But financially, it's looking like that could be 9 years too. Like at the end of a 9-year cycle, you're able to be comfortable. Also, hearing don't rest on your laurels. Some of you guys might want a husband. I'm seeing by the end of this, like this man being pretty stable in your life. I also see you guys as people who your lifestyle might be shepherd, but I'm also seeing you guys like being the wolf among wolves. What the fuck? The wolf among wolves are the one that can handle. You might be a financial person. You could end up going to school for fintech or like financial stuff. But I'm seeing you guys as you might have the gift of gab or something that allows you to like tame people that are not normally tameable. You could be somebody who ends up in healthcare, and your people send difficult patient, like difficult cases to you so that you can untangle and unravel and tame the issues because you have a gift for that. And I'm seeing whatever this gift is. This is weird because this is the Seven of Wands. It's like standing your ground, making sure nobody takes advantage and, things of that nature. And it's coming off as a gift. Like whatever this is a gift that you're able to harness and keep yourself in this energy of um, your natural Leo, joyful energy. I'm also hearing do what makes you happy. You never work a day in your life. I mean, that's a cliche, but still, it's coming off as that. I don't think I have to clarify anything here. I feel like if you guys, it's like you're able to, it's feeling like a charmed period of time for you guys. And you get to look at your chart to see where Pluto and Aquarius is. And it's also opposite your sun, isn't it? So Pluto should be opposite Leo sun people's stuff. So that can create tension, but it can also create wealth and things of that nature if you can harness the energy. So yeah, this could be you guys at the end of 20 years because you're working with the Pluto energy, which can be money and finances and things of that nature. So yeah, that's kind of cool for y'all. Don't forget me now. If this reading resonates with you and you end up with a windfall or something, don't forget me. My cash app will be always in the description box. All right, next is Cancer. I skipped Cancer? I skipped Cancer. I'm sorry, Cancer. All right, Cancer. What's it in Aquarius? Oh, transiting into Aquarius. Oh! Back to the Cancer people. Cancerians. My heat just came on. It's like things warming up, heating up for you. You might have been cold, like things like cold for a while, maybe not being able to get opportunities for a long time, things being like really hard for you guys. It's like things starting to warm up, things starting to happen. I'm also hearing like moving and shaking. Benefit from networking with people over the next 20 years. Like start that now. All right, Cancer. You may also just have the Cancer Venus and look at that specific aspect to see how it's aspecting the Aquarius, the Pluto that's going into Aquarius. Even look at it now because Capricorn is opposite of Cancer. So you might even want to look at how Pluto has been um affecting your life over the last, since it came into Capricorn. If you weren't alive at that time, you may also benefit from looking at your parents' charts and how Pluto Capricorn was affecting them. Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Magician and the Knight of Cups. For some reason, I'm seeing you guys being busy, having things in your hands, like using your hands a lot, because this person has like a pentacle in their hand. This person has swords in their hand. This person has a cup in their hand. So I'm kind of seeing you guys like being busy, using your hands a lot. You might be artists. You might find benefit going on social media and starting like building your presence there. You may also have Leo placements where the charmed nature that is like being bestowed on Leo. Now, I'm not sure why I'm seeing that. I'm not sure why I'm hearing that. That could be like just a different storyline altogether. But I'm seeing like Leos have a good time. and maybe it starts off rough, but ultimately, in the end, it's like a positive thing for you guys. You do have to take your whole chart into account as well. So, but see you guys staying busy. I'm also seeing the advice here is like, think about what you want. Where do you want to go? How do you want, like, where do you want to go? First of all, think about where do you want to go? And then maybe see what you can do about getting there. You can manifest what you want. This is like the law of attraction card. But the thing about the law of attraction is if you're going to start using it, make sure that you are also taking the advice that's given to you, like the inspired action that's given to you. Make sure that you're taking that and using it, you know, and not just saying, I had an idea and I didn't do anything about the idea. When you have ideas that come out of nowhere and it feels like a spark, take those ideas and start implementing them. You might even take them to other people so that they can be um, fleshed out and can start being built and manifested. But yeah, when you have those ideas, make sure that you're taking them and actually starting to build upon them so that you can. Um, why am I having a hard time talking? Anyway, so that you can build your ideas and manifest them into real life. That's what I wanted to say. You may also be watching your child grow up. You could have a water sign child that this will be him at the end of 20 years, at the end of the transit, during the transit. Might look just like his daddy or his mom. This Two of Pentacles keeps coming out. It is a 2, so we've moved beyond the ace. This is like choices. Um, the meaning of the Two of Pentacles is like part-time stuff, things being up in the air, a lot of stuff going on. There goes another 2. So there was a 3, not a 1. It's like take the steps that you need to take. If you have to go back to step 1, do what you have to do. Go back to step, and there goes an ace. So go back to step 1 if you need to. Don't be afraid to return back to the beginning, and then take the steps to get where you want to go. Sometimes you're going to have to start over. You might find yourself going back to the beginning a lot over the next transit. Some people, they end up in a house and a job and they just stay there for 20 years and then they retire. That might not be you guys over the next 20 years. You might have to keep going back to the beginning to get it right so that you can, manifest what you want and move forward. And there goes the Aquarius energy. Yeah. So it's really been like Cancer guys, Cancer people, you guys, I feel like eventually you will have a reason to celebrate, but also make sure that you are celebrating, especially yourself and your little victories. But it's coming off as you guys maybe having to go back to the beginning a lot. Pay attention when it comes to contracts. This could also be a marriage. Don't don't juggle too many things at one time, especially if you are married. Make sure that you are prioritizing. Prioritizing? Is that how you say it? Prioritizing. Sounds weird. Anyway, make sure that you're putting your relationship first as much as you can. And I mean, you can manifest what you want, but you're gonna have to work for it. So keep that in mind. Now we're gonna go to Virgos. Love me a Virgo. Keanu Reeves is a Virgo, and I'm just like in love with that man. But his son is in my 5th house, and that's just a house of fun. It's a house of like children and things like that. I've always had a thing for Keanu Reeves. I'm happy that he's found somebody nice to be with. But we're gonna look at Virgos. Virgos can be very critical. I'm hearing do not be too critical of yourself. Don't let that become it because if you're being very highly critical and unforgiving to yourself, I'm feeling like that can manifest into a delusion. Like I'm not good enough for anything. You know what I mean? It can also become a mental health thing. So your thoughts can manifest into situations around you as well. So be mindful of being too critical of yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. Know that there are 8 billion people on this planet. There are just as many opportunities. So don't dwell too hard on your mistakes. You may also find benefit in meditating and learning how, like, doing forgiveness meditations and release meditations, because some of you guys might store that kind of energy in your body and it will end up as a psychosomatic type of thing. So, Virgos, so you might have your Pluto in Libra. I'm hearing that Pluto in Libra, you might want to look out if it's actually going to be tried, isn't it? Because Aquarius and Libra are the same element. So I think your Pluto and transiting Pluto are going to be trine, aren't they? Which is an easier aspect than having it opposite or whatever the case may be. So maybe look that aspect up for yourself and see how it will affect you. Ooh. You may want to look where your Mercury is, but you are also in Mercurial sign, or is that the right word? Anyway, Mercury, it's like Virgos give off air vibes to me. But I think doesn't Mercury rule Virgo? Also like a co-ruler or something? I can remember. But anyway, don't be too critical of yourself now. It can lead to depressions, like I'm not good enough for anything, I fucked this up, therefore um I'm just not good. There goes 6 of Cups. You might end up like coming across your soulmate. You could also end up with two like children, which is not an amazing prediction. That's just they might not be your children because this is two different suits here. So you might end up, if you don't want kids, you've already been snipped and vasectomied and stuff or whatever is coming off as you might end up with somebody who has children and it's coming off as you accepting them, becoming like their step parent or whatever. It could also be animals. You might end up with animals that you never thought you'd have. Maybe you don't like dogs, you don't like cats, but you end up maybe inheriting somebody's cat or inheriting somebody's dog. Maybe it was like, your sister, your brother, your mother, your cousin, just a dog on the side of the road that follows you home, like the universal kitty cat dispersal unit sends you a cat. Oh, sorry. And you end up just falling in love with this cat, falling in love with these kids, falling in love with this dog or whatever, and you just end up with kids, cats, or a business or something that's coming off as you guys coming like it's coming off as being bequeathed something. And it's also reminding me of that movie John Wick where his wife gave him the dog before she died. And that's why he lost his ever loving shit. But anyway, I'm also liking the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, because the 5 evolves into the 6. So I feel like maybe as you get older, you might find it easier to forgive yourself and forgive others. That could also be advice to forgive yourself and forgive others. You and Taurus have the same underlying energy. Be very patient and kind to yourself. I'm hearing that most of you guys, it's like outwardly you might be giving and generous to other people, but you have a hard time being forgiving, generous, and like to yourself. It's like you guys are really, really, really hard on yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, okay? Woohoo! Nine of Pentacles, try to flip out. That's a card of having everything you want and need. It's like you guys, I feel like, are the hustler. Put that work in. I feel like you will see the results. You guys are also coming off as people who know a lot. You know, I know a lot of people with Virgo placements who have ADHD and ADD and stuff like that. And it's coming off as you're the kind of people who will sit down for 3 hours and hyper focus on something and end up on the other side with as much knowledge as somebody who has been doing it for 2 or 3 years. Like whatever the thing is, it's like that's y'all's energy. Six of Cups. Yeah. So you got two very positive sixes. It's like if you take care of yourself, put the work in, it's like don't allow depression to stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Why is this timer not moving? I keep touching it. Where's my cursor? There it is. I want this to work. I do not want to have to do this again. I hate having to redo it. Remove conflicting interests. Focus on, one thing at a time. If you do end up with children, focus on them. If you do end up with, like, I see your life going through. Let me clarify him first, and then I'll say what I think I'm seeing. King of Swords can be a single person or a divorced person. Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like y'all have several hustles. You're gonna be the people who work a lot. You might be at work sundown to sun up. Y'all are not afraid to get out the mud, make that money. There goes another card of work. It's like also maybe working on yourself. It's like if you put the work in, it's like this is what you end up with. But the advice also is to not be a workaholic, be temperate. Temperate? Your temperament also might change over the next years. Some people stay the same from when after they become like 20 or 29 or whatever. But I feel like you guys like it's feeling like calming down. You might come across something or someone or a situation that calms your energy down because it's coming off as like a lot of frantic energy. So yeah, I like that for you guys. Um, put that work in, make the bag, get the girl, find the dog. What was the story of John Wick? Get revenge. Get revenge on your enemies. No, don't do that. I'm not advising you to do that. I want to look at this Five of Cups and then I'll be done. You may come across a Sagittarian, or this is also Jupiter. Oh, this is also Jupiter energy. Ah, I think I missed that in the last couple of readings. This keeps coming out. So look at your Jupiter and see what your Jupiter is doing. Queen of Cups. If you had a past situation with somebody that you're like depressed over, try and let it go. Um, I kind of see you guys have the option to move forward. I do. I really feel like you guys will eventually end up with someone else that feels more like a soulmate. So do what you have to do, from the therapist, whatever you need to do, um, to try and let go of this person. It might be a mother that gave you, like, imparted into you this anxious depression type energy. If you are still holding on to someone, try and let her go. Could be a Cancer. This is also coming off as Venus. We saw this in the general reading. So just, This is also coming off as be kind to yourself. Take care of your emotions. A lot of Virgos that I have known in the past, they have been lovely people, but they drink their problems. They don't share things with people. And that's not good for you. So put the work in and you can get whatever you want out. But I do see you guys having to put maybe a little bit more work in than other people might have to. Because for some reason I'm hearing that you have to do it by yourself. But also you don't have to do it by yourself. But I'm not making any more sense. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Libra. I'm hearing Libra. So please be honest with yourself and the people around you. To be unclear is to be unkind. I know Libras like to flirt a little bit. Libras like to, socialize. Like that's the general thing for Libras. Some Libras don't like to socialize, which is perfectly fine. Libra is ruled by Venus, and I do see Venusian things being like revamped over the next 20 years. So you might find yourself dressing differently, like just redoing your whole wardrobe. You might find yourself interested in more Aquarian things because Aquarius is not a sister sign, but like it's trying to Aquarius. Libra and Aquarius are the same element. So you want to know how to transit. You might find yourself in California. Somebody might have a parent, a grandparent, a great uncle, or something that has a house in California that they end up inheriting. Might even have known this person gave you their house. Three of Pentacles, but it's like I'm seeing somebody being the only one that cared about this person that went to go see them, that decided to take care of them. This person might have children that didn't even show up for them, right? And this Libra person came into their lives and took care of them, and then he ultimately gets their house because of it. Libra coming out with Gemini energy. Six of Cups might benefit from looking at where Gemini is in your chart and what you might have in Gemini. Whatever is transiting Gemini might have a big effect on you over the next 20 years because it's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So all of those things are the same sign. And I'm feeling like they have an effect on you guys who are watching this video personally. So just go look that up and see what's going on with it. Contracts, marriages. I always say it's going head to head. So going back to the original storyline of eventually maybe losing someone, that's bound to happen, especially over a long period of time. So that's not like, anything too crazy. What's coming off is maybe having a fight to get, what was bequeathed to you. I want to look at the Lover's card. The Lover's card keeps coming out, so that's feeling like another astrological body to look at. There goes the King of Wands. What is this? Chariot card. And okay, so I feel like good decisions will lead to you guys. You might end up married. Or if you are married, you might have another 20 years with this person. It's the Lover's card is coming off as a blessing. It's like you guys might have been very lucky to find somebody, or you might end up being very lucky to find your soulmate. That could be a soulmate card. like moving forward with this person keeps you going, this person keeps you going, keeps you moving. This person might have all of the energy that you need to like get up and go, especially if you have a tendency to be stagnant. This person, like, it might be a dad. It doesn't have to be a romantic, but it might be like, because your soulmates can be your parents or your children or your friends or your cousins or whatever. So it's coming off as this person um being like a big influence on you guys and being a good influence on you guys. But also look at the fire based transits in your chart and see how they're affecting you guys, because this came out in the general and it came out as feeling like an asteroid. This might be the sun. Maybe not as big as the sun. It might be an asteroid named after a Greek god that's feeling like it could affect you guys. It could be in your house of Gemini, this asteroid. So it's coming off as to receive blessings. You need to look at the house of Gemini, what asteroids or heavenly bodies will be there. It's feeling like this particular one is gonna be there for a while. Could also be the house of Cancer, but also look at the house of Cancer. It's like this transiting body, it looks like it's in the Cancer Gemini house for a while. And if you work with that energy and not against it, it looks like it's going to help you get some kind of victory, or it's going to like catapult you forward with these two cards here. And it might be a yearly thing where you go and see where it is, what it's doing, what that house is about, what that particular body is about. And it helps you to work some things out. Yeah. So yeah. And it looks like it might also it's feeling like an asteroid. You might want to look at Eros. That's Eros and the Psyche, I think, because they come in pairs. So you might want to look at that, like the love asteroids, also the financial asteroids. But yeah, now also benefit at looking at Chiron. Look at your Chiron and see what your Chiron is doing. The Three of Wheels keeps coming out, so that may also be some astrological things to look at in your chart. I'm getting like, you guys can just look at your chart for you guys. Like, I did not get that for anybody but you guys so far. So definitely look at your chart. Look at it and see what's going on. You guys are Libra. Um, Somebody might end up going back to school. Okay, Four of Wands keeps coming out. Okay. Weird. So it's like whatever this Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles energy is, it's difficult looking energy. It feels like this Ten of Swords comes to an end. So that feels like recent or something coming very soon, where you get to come out of this like difficult energy. You may also have a poverty mindset that you have to work on, but it looks like this maybe you feel like you'll never meet anybody, or maybe you feel like you'll never be able to get the job you want, or just like the situation you've been in for a long time. You've been in there for a long time. It feels like being blessed with some kind of energy that helps you start over and actually receive this. Look where Jupiter is in your chart, because Jupiter is also moving to Taurus. It's like seasons change for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to there. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're acting honestly and clearly and concisely. Make sure that anybody that you're dealing with, especially in a legal capacity or an authority or somebody that you want to keep around you a long time, make sure that you're not telling them one thing meaning another and letting them know that if they need clarification, they can get it from you. All right, Scorpios. I don't know why I want to do an old-timey voice. What was it? The transatlantic accent or whatever they used to do in the old TV shows. All right, so we're gonna know for Scorpio. You guys might like to sing. I'm really getting like dark diva energy. And I'm sorry if that is a stereotype for Scorpio. Scorpios are a little bit scary to me. They're a little bit intriguing to me. But it's because Scorpios tend to, the ones that have I've come across, they tend to have things around my natal Pluto, which is technically in the sixth house, but it is so close to the seventh house it can spit on it. And I just feel that they will transform me, try and control me, or they will be a little bit shady sometimes. That's just been my personal experience, but I love the intensity that comes with Scorpio energy. And I just keep letting it into my life because I'm so enamored about that. But I think it's because people, the Scorpio people, because my moon is so close to the line, they tend to have conjunctions with my moon. And my moon is in the seventh house. So Seven of Pentacles keeps falling out. But I wasn't the most focused. I wanted to focus on the question. I'm sorry. I also tend to tell Scorpios like my deepest, darkest secrets. So anyway, Scorpio, this is live. I'm not cutting that out. You're just getting that. You're just getting that. Scorpio people, you guys are used to Pluto just doing shit. You know, you're very likely to be either a Scorpio Libra or I'm sorry, Pluto Libra, or it's Pluto in Scorpio person. You may also be Pluto in Sagittarius. So most likely though, you're probably a Scorpio Pluto. I think that's what my analytics would tell me. So, one more time. Two swords at the top of the deck. That's difficult decisions that keeps coming out. So, I mean, that's got to be something else. One more time. Pluto. Okay. There's two of swords again. So, it wants to come out. Nine of Wands. And the Five of Cups. That's so very okay. So, my God. It looks like maybe you guys are having a hard time. I think Aquarius. Hold on. Aquarius. Isn't Aquarius square Pluto? Or Aquarius square Scorpio? I think Aquarius is square Scorpio, which is why this might look a little bit difficult. You have your sun squaring Pluto for a while. And that might bring some difficulties. Also might be why I have some issues. There goes Devil. So yeah, this is looking kind of difficult here. Okay. The moon card, you might want to look at your moon. You might be a Scorpio moon. Be mindful of becoming obsessed at this time with things or taking up unhealthy habits. Try that again. There goes the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I'm hearing shrewdness. She can be a shrewd person. You might have Virgo placements because the King of Swords came out in that, or you might have a partner who's a Virgo. You may have find benefit into going and seeing the Virgo, watching the Virgo reading. We saw the Seven of Swords in the general reading for like the collective. So you might that particular Seven of Swords might affect you guys personally. The High Priestess. And it's also giving like somebody doing magic or getting into the occult and maybe not knowing what they're doing and things just continuing to spiral. There goes the Gemini card again. This is coming off as a benefic planet. You might want to go see what they're doing in your chart. Right now, Jupiter be opposite your sun at some point because Jupiter is moving Taurus and Sun opposite Jupiter it would still be kind of positive. The other benefics I think I know Venus is one. So you might want to go with the Venus sign reading for your Venus here to see what's going on there. But this is looking like emotional and mental energy. Your mind might be affecting your life more than it may have in the past because that's a sword card. That's a sword card. That is a cup card. So your mind, your emotions, and your mind be having a great big effect on your life. So watch your mind, watch what you think about, watch what you watch what you watch. So like I mean like just watch what you're putting into your mind, basically, you know. TV, and things like that. Why are the moon? Definitely. You could be good with the Capricorn at some point, but this you might things that happened during Pluto being in Aquarius, I feel like will drag over into drag over into the next 20 years. So count the moon might also have a bigger effect on you than it normally does. So look at what that's doing in your chart as well. Completion, Page of Swords, Tower card. So you guys are this is energy that you guys are used to. A lot of you, where you just in one cycle just to go into another one. It's like you're continuously building yourself, breaking down and building yourself back up, breaking down, building yourself back up. So this is why I feel like you guys can probably handle this energy. You guys might have the propensity to be like obsessed with things or unhealthily chained to things, and that's what you're being cautioned against, to watch and make sure that, whatever you're getting into, whatever the situation may be, that it's not damaging you because you're dependent on it. Like, especially if it's alcohol, try and figure out a way to not drink so much. Um, See things for what they are as well, because this is coming off as uh things not looking or being what they seem. Get all the facts before you dive into something. If you're carrying a torch for somebody or something, try and put it down, because it's looking like it's breaking. It's contributing to your tower moments. But as this cycle, you might actually have this happen to you. This stuff happened around the time that Pluto goes into Aquarius, but it might flare back up when Pluto retrogrades back into Capricorn for a little while. And then as it goes forward again, it's coming off as things like lightening up a little bit. But it's like a bit difficult until Pluto stays in Aquarius and doesn't do anything else. That's so interesting, because it's like this is specifically talking about the transit. This is Capricorn, that's Scorpio, which is a ruled by Pluto. And it's like this is transiting this way. And as it's transiting, it's like depression. You might have a flare up in depression or an emotional reaction that you just didn't realize that you were going to have. It's like it sneaks up on you. So be mindful of your emotions as this cycle ends. And it feels like it'll happen again when Pluto goes back into Capricorn, and as it transits forward again. Um, it's coming off as for you guys. Be mindful around those times that you're looking at things clearly, that you're not letting depression get the best of you. Um, don't be too paranoid that things are happening that you didn't think that you try not to make things up. It's basically like look at things clearly, is what I'm trying to say. Seven of Swords with the High Priestess is coming off as a big conspiracy. You guys might be conspiracy theorists. You might benefit from getting a reading from somebody of your culture, whatever your indigenous culture might be, to help you like see what is unseen here for you guys. It's a lot of dark energy here. Watch petty behavior, especially at work. Be mindful of your emotions. Look at the sun, because what the sun is doing. Um, to how the sun is aspecting Pluto. Yeah. But I think the advice here is to be as logical and get all the facts, get all of these things as you possibly can. Be mindful of becoming obsessed. My Pluto is opposite. It's on my descendant, so I kind of get that a little bit, where we can become obsessed. We can um like become attached a bit, you know. But I don't have that full blown energy there with how Scorpios would have it. But yeah, it looks difficult, but I feel like you guys can handle it. You just have to work with it, learn how to work with the energies in your chart, because that's what it's there for. It's there to help you realize your life goal. All right, so Scorpio, that was kind of heavy. We're looking at Sagittarius now, and it's so strange that Pluto and Sagittarius and Jupiter are like right next to each other, because Pluto is so heavy, but Jupiter is like Sagittarius energy. So it's like If you can transmute it, if you can work with it, you can like move toward the Jupiter energy. That's what I'm seeing in my head, but that might not be how it actually works, in astrology. That's what I'm seeing. We want to look at the Sagittarians. I am smelling this candle, and it's supposed to be scentless. Do you guys ever smell heat? Ooh, I'm already feeling like the Jupiter energy come in. Are those going to be upside down? I don't want them to be upside down. Jupiter is very light, happy. Um, Whatever it touches, it expands. My Jupiter is in Leo. And I like to tell the story to myself. I only tell it to myself, but I'll tell it to you guys where I'm a Capricorn. I've got 4 or 5 planets in Capricorn, but it's in the ninth house, but Saturn's also there. And my Jupiter is in Leo in the fourth house, but it's, and it's in a better place than everything else. But anyway, the ninth house is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter and Saturn, that's the Titan. Is he the Titan? No, he's Jupiter. Saturn is Kronos. And then the let me start over. Anyway, in Roman and Greek mythology, it's Zeus and his father, I believe Kronos, right? And Kronos tried to eat him, but he cut himself out and saved all of his brothers and sisters, and they all ended up becoming the gods that we know from that culture. And Saturn and Jupiter are the same as Zeus and Kronos. So I like to think that even though I had a shitty childhood, Jupiter helped me dig myself out. Even though I have so many planets in Capricorn, which is kind of a heavy sign, that my planets and the house ruler of the ninth house have, it's been kind of helpful to me. And I've been more lucky than I would normally be if I were a Capricorn with my sun in the house of Capricorn and all of my stuff in the house of Capricorn. But anyway, that's not important. That's just something that I like to think about sometimes. I also like to say that I'm a Capricorn, but I taste like a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you want to know what's coming up for y'all with this Pluto and Aquarius. Good, and I will really, really hope that all of this stuff is getting picked up on the camera and the sound. Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands tried to flip out. And I think Sagittarius is the fire sign that feels the most like an earth sign. King of Cups. Wands, dealing with people looks like a lot. And the nine of wands, knight of wands, and 9 of wands. Bottom of the deck is the death card. So you might be going through a transformation as it pertains to a fire sign or or an I want to say earth sign. I don't know why, because he's generally a water sign. It could be your dad, somebody that you feel like you're not well matched with. Um, it could be a father that has earth placements but has a lot more um water placements in their chart. This can also be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, but it's coming off as difficulties with this person. Like maybe having to constantly stand your ground with this person, them like you being exhausted by this person's energy every time you're around them, like this person being somebody who is an energy vampire, and ultimately by the end of 20 years, this person not being in your life anymore, or your situation transforming with this person. Oh, look, wait a minute. That's a pair. This could be somebody you're married to. Yeah. You might be married to this person. This could be your parents. But it's something that's it's coming wherever this is, it's feeling like a relationship type thing. Not financial, but like maybe a family, because you have relationships with a lot of people, not just not just romantic people, The relationship with your father might change, might become strained, or the strainedness transforms. You may end up going no contact with a parent who is a bit challenging to be around. You may have been adopted by this person, and this person never lets you forget it. A lot of things can happen in 20 years. Swords. So, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very like head over heart, mind over matter. Yeah. So she's coming up for somebody who might be you might end up divorced. Um, because it's really coming off as this Knight of Cups person not being the most honest, not being the most like mentally stable, somebody who is just like watery and back and forth and wishy-washy, and I just don't like it here for you guys. It's feeling like maybe for a long time you try and just stick it out. You try and, just be there. But it's like it's coming off as the situation ultimately dying. Before I go on, I'm getting another storyline where you guys might change from being in this position to maybe being more angry, maybe having more things to more things that you have to it's coming off as like the anger or disgust or whatever emotions are tied to anger. It's like having more of that because of the Nine of Wands. But it's like for that situation goes on for a while, but you ultimately get to end it, or it changes you. Like something changes your emotional stability. It changes you from like being like really cool and laid back to somebody who, might have a lot of road rage, or somebody who just has a lot of anger in them. Might be a financial thing. Watch for layoffs. You can go to warn notices for your state to see if there will be layoffs. This could also be a child that goes up to college, which is very, very positive. So this is different. Just take the rest of this for you because this could be different storylines. Um, yeah. You may also take a job that ends up being a long-term job that you really fucking hate. And that's what changes you. You're making that money, but you just can't stand the job. You may also end up having to take care of a parent um, that's in a wheelchair. There we go. Oh, hey, didn't want that to happen. Oh no. Okay, so she flipped over. We're gonna take her, and I hope everything is how it's supposed to be because I don't like doing reversals. It's like somebody, yeah, it's looking like stress during this period of time. There goes the card of Aquarius. You may also be dealing with you may be the child that you may have to move back into the house with your parents and they stress you out. Um, Especially if the economy takes a hit. It's like having to go back home. And it's like the period of time where you were your own person kind of comes to an end and you revert back to being a child. You may feel like the redheaded stepchild in a family. And then you might have a child that your parents like shower. You guys might feel like the black sheep of your family too. There's also a lot of people here, so it's feeling like you may end up with a job where you have to deal with people a lot. Money might be an issue. So there are things you can do. I mean, I feel like you'll be able to foresee this type of thing. But it's really coming off as somebody's health. I don't feel like it's your health necessarily, but somebody around you, their health might fail and you might have to take care of them. And that's very stressful to try to take care of them and maybe manage someone else's personality because it feels like there are other people there, but they're not stepping up. And it's like you're the one who's stepping up, doing everything, and you transform from being like this nice, happy single person to having to be very responsible, but also burdened down by situations that you may not have originally wanted. Something going on with this woman. She's coming off as maybe not being there anymore. Whereas with the Nine of Cups, she might end up having to uh, give money to somebody, or somebody might have to give money to you, and like an alimony type of thing. Goes that again. You might benefit from tracking your sun as it transits through the houses. You may also benefit from looking at what happens when the sun is in Gemini, um, as well as Scorpio, to see how that will affect you. But you have to look at your own personal chart to see what's going on there, and look at the house of Gemini, see what's going on there. But this is coming off as your choices changing. You may revert back to being a child one way, shape, or form, whether that's moving into your parents' house, whether that's like a mental state that you cultivate or nurture. Be mindful when it comes to drugs and stuff so that it doesn't be it's not like a traumatic brain injury type of thing. And I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying, drugs can sometimes mess with your mind. You could also be dealing with somebody who you already know they have an issue with this stuff, and you can kind of see them like reverting back to child like being a child because they've been taking this thing for so long that it's changed them um to the point where they're mentally a child again. It's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of energy of I see finances at least kind of sort of working out because if you guys you might eventually find a job that you like, but it's looking like maybe having a job for a little that you don't like that might lead to a job you like, but it's like eventually money looks like this. But it's looking like it's coming through a way that is very challenging, that is like getting out the mud or having to deal with somebody who is just unpleasant. And it's like if it's a male partner and you're going through a divorce, this person takes a step back. But to take a step back into the Knight of Wands, which to me is coming off as an angry man because they don't want to have to pay you anything. This relationship like ends and you're able to start over. This is a different storyline. You're able to start over, like if you're going through a divorce or you kind of foresee that something's going to happen. You foresee it, not me. You foresee it. If you already know there's a strained relationship and you know that you don't want to stay, that's what I'm talking about. It's like separation, dealing with children, like raising children as a single parent, and after a period of like really having to like push, you end up with this money and you end up like moving forward. And it is emotional. It's an emotional time because, getting divorced is very hard. But ultimately you end up with money and able to like move forward, and these two people are the same suit. So it's coming off as this woman transforming and changing into the Queen of Swords, who can be a divorced woman. Yeah, so victory for her, starting over. Nine of Cups. So whatever she wants, she gets here. That's looking like whatever she wants, she gets. There's a victory for her. She gets what she wants. She gets to start over. So with that being said, that looks like something that's a long time coming for you guys, which I mean, it it's gonna be hard though. So, but it's looking like as the cycles change, how many nines did you get? You got a one, there goes a nine, there goes a card of things ending, starting over, starting over. There goes a nine. So it's like cycles closing financially, emotionally, and like this toil here is over. It's coming to an end. So that feels like relationships going through a transformation for you guys. All right, so that was Sagittarius. We're gonna go to Capricorn, and then Aquarius and Pisces, and then we'll be done. Hopefully, it will be I don't know. It's probably not gonna be 2.5 hours, but we'll see. All right, Capricorn. We wanna know how Pluto moving into Aquarius will affect y'all, because right now it's January, so happy birthday, y'all. But also, it's Pluto has been in our sign for a long time. So what is coming? For the secrets of this of the Capricorn reading here. Aquarius. But there's gonna be like a lightning. Is that a lightning of the load? There goes Nine of Pentacles, Knight, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wheels, and the Aquarian energy. It's feeling like a lightning of the load. Okay, it's also looking like stability, finances looking good, uh, new energy coming in. There goes Temperance as well. The Temperance card was coming out as Jupiter energy. So look at where Jupiter is in your chart to see maybe how you can manifest some money potentially. Um, Star card. It's feeling like the Aquarian energy like blesses you or something. Look at where the Pluto planet is transiting into and see what the house has to do with. I don't know why I'm seeing this lady and she's looking like it's reminding me of somebody from Hooters. I don't know why, but it's like somebody, there's like I think there's alcohol there. And it's like lots of alcohol, or lots of celebrations, lots of, um energy like that. Saturn also is the co-ruler for Aquarius. So I feel like you guys know how to deal with the energy. It's like children growing up. You might be anxious about your kids growing up and becoming, adults. You might have two kids. One could be a fire sign and a water sign, vice versa, or whatever. It's like at the end of this transit, they'll be adults. It's 20 years. So why is this nine here though? I don't think I shuffled those cards. So that could be a message specifically for somebody. It's turned over. You might be worried about their parent, their other parent. That other parent might be a nightmare to deal with. One of the children might have an issue with their mind. Okay, so it's coming more off more as the other parent being a problem, or this person being a problem. You may also want to look at Venus in your chart to see what is going on with it. But it's like conflict and issues with this person. So if you do have two children and you're a single parent, this is coming off also as being single. This can be a person as well. The person that you're dealing with might be older than you, but it's like this single person is like reveling in this star energy, which is the Aquarian energy. And it's like this person really trying to not let you have too much, not letting you have too much fun, not letting you get too far. You know, if you have success in something, this person is like, but remember when you were like this? Remember when you fucked up? Remember when this happened, the fourth happened? It's like this person I feel like might use the court system to abuse you. This person might um come back repeatedly to try and like take the children. This person might watch for any little mistake you make so that they can use it against you. When it comes to children, I don't think I've suffered that before, so I'm going to do it now. Look, star card, but the star card, like whatever the little bitty issues are, I feel like she kind of outshines everything. I'm also seeing this as the planet in your house moving into your house. The this is coming off as Pluto. This is coming off as Aquarius. So that's interesting because that's not even a card that I would ever say is a Scorpio unless it popped up, you know. You might find that your communication is more clear. It goes page of wands. This is coming off as having to do with children. You guys might have children. You might find that you there goes King of Pentacles. You might find that you are pregnant or end up pregnant at the beginning of this transit or around, you know, the first 5 years of it or whatever, because it's coming off as your kids growing up during this transit. It's all forward looking energy. It's looking like the future is bright for you guys. This might just be indicating you guys because Nine of Pentacles can be an earth sign. I also feel like looking at Jupiter in your chart will help you see where you're receiving. Um, I just want to keep saying finances because Jupiter will be in one of your, I want to say sister signs, but that's what it is. It's like one of the signs that are trying your sign. And that is easier energy to work with. And Jupiter is a benefic and it does bring down luck and things of that nature. It can also expand things. So see where Taurus is and see where Jupiter will be the closest aspecting to your sun and your Capricorn placements and see what's going on there. I hope that made sense. Okay. Oh, look, the Emperor's son. What did you feel like? Capricorns get a fucking break, okay? We get a break because it's been hard. And it's really coming off as whatever the little issues are. I do feel like y'all are parents though, because this is the divine mother, divine wife, and it's coming off as long as your karma is clean, you know, not squeaky clean. You know, just you've been generally uh a good person to people and haven't been just going out and being a jerk to people. It's like you get blessed with things. Things turn in your favor more than they have been in the past. You might find yourself single at the beginning of this transit. The Nine of Pentacles is coming off as being single or feeling single. other people are seeing you as the Empress, even if you're not seeing yourself as such. And since Jupiter is, I believe it already is in Taurus, and the Empress can be a Taurus, you might want to go again and like do a deep dive on how that'll affect you, because Jupiter is going to be there for a little while, and see if it'll be aspecting your Aquarian placement, or see if it'll be aspecting Pluto when it goes into Aquarius, and see what those aspects are. That makes sense. Hope that makes some sense. I feel like you guys might also want to look at your house of Gemini and see if anything is there. Because I'm also getting communication a lot. Like your style of communication might change. I feel like it might slow down or it might speed up. Like the way you talk might change. You might move somewhere where you end up like picking up an accent. I feel like stability is a big thing for you guys. Five of Pentacles. As a single person, you might have more than one person trying to get into your bed. I mean, when have we ever had such a good reading as Capricorns? That's my question. Because my God, it's been hard. So this coming off as compensation. I recently pulled this card for somebody that's very close to me. They were talking about giving me something, and this looks like, because she was going to be getting a lot of stuff, and she was like, "Can I give you something here?" And I was like, "Sure." And she is, my mommy. And this is like a mother giving a child something. Um, you might find that you inherit something from a parent. You may get a business from your parents. You may get a loan from an institution that may not be the government. It could be, but I don't. It's feeling like another institution that's not the government, honestly. Like another business that gives out grants. It could be like a bank that gives out a grant to you. I would not be surprised if at the end of this transit, looking like money, like it's looking like money. Um, I would be very surprised if your life looked the exact same. I just saw 222. Somebody knocking on the door. I hope not. I'm gonna open it right now. There goes the Jupiter energy again. Just look at Jupiter. I feel like Jupiter for you guys, wherever it is, will be bringing you money, stability, uh, and even if there are issues, I feel like the issues will be the way that you address them would be by looking at your Jupiter to see what it's doing. So let me see what else I can see. If I can see anything else, it's coming off as Taurus Sun. So maybe see what's going on with transits during and around Taurus or Virgo, the month September and what is that? May? Look at your Aquarius placements. This is coming off as like a positive change. Especially if you are identified as the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you changing from that into the Empress. And it's giving, a positive emotional boost, honestly. Why is this King of Pentacles here? Long term, you might end up married to a King of Pentacles type person. And with Four of Swords. Yeah, so you might end up like starting over with this person. You may have manifested this person. This person could be a soulmate. Look at your Venus and see what Venus is doing. I'm getting like big Venus vibes, especially with Taurus continuously trying to pop out of my mouth. But this person could be a Libra or have Libra placements. They could have Aries placements or be in Aries. It's like after a period of break, this person might already be trying to manifest you, or they might manifest you. You might end up having a child with this person. Is him and this page are the same suit. So you might have 2 children from a past marriage, end up having another child with somebody that comes into your life. I feel like this person is more soon. They're coming sooner than later. And it's like y'all just watch your kids grow up. You might end up being like a mother, a stay-at-home mom. She's in the middle of everything too. So it's like you're the focus. It's like you're the main focus of your own life. And you could be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Leo. The world card or the Wheel of Fortune has Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Scorpio, Aquarius. What's the fire sign? Well, got the air sign in. It's not Cancer. Who is it? I can't remember right now. But yeah, I just got a whiff of smoke. You might have somebody smoking around you, or you could be smoking. Be mindful of your health. You know, you don't want to smoke for 20 years and one of your lungs look like this and the other one be inflamed looking like that. So yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this. Go on to the next one. I'm just so super excited for Capricorns because Capricorn's been having a hard fucking time. I mean, is that our lot in life? Because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and Saturn is one of the hardest uh, planets to be ruled by. Anywho, we're gonna look at Aquarius. We're almost done. Aquarius. Now, you guys are the ones who will have this Plutonian energy in your faces. At one point, it'll probably be it will be conjunct with your sun. Conjunctions can go either way. They can go, very positive. They can go very negative. So they're very like just on the face. Conjunctions are mutual, neutral. Jesus, neutral. Aquarius. Aquarius thing is ruled by Uranus, but it's co-ruled by Saturn. There he goes again. So I think before we were looking at Pluto is also ruled by Mars. So this could be Pluto himself. Pluto is ruled by Mars. It's co-ruled by Mars, or it used to be ruled by Mars, and now it's Pluto is the co-ruler for Scorpio. I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say. So you might want to go look at your Scorpio house, your house of Scorpio, which might have your Pluto there if you are a Pluto and Scorpio generation type person. So there goes Temperance, which is coming off as Jupiter. So go see what Jupiter is doing. Look and see what Jupiter is doing to your natal Pluto. And there goes Leo. So you may also want to look at the sun, how the sun will aspect Pluto and Jupiter when Aquarius or when Pluto moves into Aquarius. And there goes the Wheel of Fortune. So it's coming off as karmic, a very karmic transit for you guys, a very karmic 20 years. And it's like you can either move from this side to that side or that side to this side. It just examine what kind of person you've been in the past. Have you had relatively clean karma? Not just being out here being a douche, being a jerk to people and not treating, yourself very well even? Or have you been on the other side of the spectrum? This is coming off as a spectrum card right now. You may also have spectrum. But anyway, it's coming off as changes, cycles ending, first of all, with things changing. And your cycle could end and be positive or end and be negative. You've got 3 major arcana cards here as well. So that's a big life change. It is, you know, I don't believe that it'll look the same as it did. Your life won't look the same as it did before this transit started. And I'm seeing the reason why this is kind of funny to me, because I'm seeing like the sun or the house of Leo, Jupiter, and I'm seeing this as Pluto himself because he's not a planet anymore. So he's taking a step back. So he's not a planet anymore. He's coming off as just a man, even though or just an asteroid. And I wish I'd caught that before because he's come out a lot. So this is coming off as Pluto himself, aspecting your Jupiter and your sun. And it's like whatever is going on here for Pluto in your chart itself is coming off as Pluto's aspects to Jupiter and your sun, that being like a big focus for change in your life. That's wild. That is wild. But anyway, we want to look at the strength card. I mean, Leo is also opposite y'all's sun sign. So whatever you might have in Leo or the house, your Leo house, it's coming off as that having a big effect on you over the next 20 years. So be mindful of that. Really, really wish I had caught that before. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Strength. All right. This Knight of Swords, that could be your energy because you guys are Aquarians, transforming and things are moving very quickly. Yeah, so around the time when you have aspects to the house that's opposite of your sun, Jupiter and Pluto, like the with the degrees very close, it's coming off as that's time period where things move very fast. Things move forward very fast, or things transform very fast around that time period. So you're gonna have to look at that. Ooh, that was chunky. I don't like that, but one more time. Hi. I was holding the cards weird. These 2 cards come out together. Something blocked. Be mindful of like blocking your money or things blocking your money around the time that you're having these. Yeah, because your money is caged in by sword cards. And then there goes a card in the bottom of the deck. So um definitely look at what your Jupiter is doing. And look at what Jupiter and Taurus is doing because that's going to be there for a while as well. And Taurus is never mind. Lost the thought, sorry. Emotional. Hmm. Very interesting. You might start off with one man and end up with another one. uh, and there goes that. You could also be having things go on in your family. What is that? Fourth house. Look at your fourth house and your third house. I think your third house is your siblings. I think fourth house is your family. I could be wrong. But anyway, look at that. Somebody that you're with might like change too. They might end up transforming from the King of Wands to the King of Cups. This person might become softer. They might start off as being angry, but end up maybe after a child is born, taking a step back, reevaluating themselves, and becoming more mellow. A child might mellow this person out. Not saying that you should use that type of energy to force them to mellow out. Just saying that if it just naturally happens, it's coming off as that this being a happy thing for them. Like they might surprise themselves at how much of a father they wanted to be. Like, they didn't realize they wanted to be a dad, and they ended up having a child, and it mellows them out and makes them, less less uh, less immature. Something they mature emotionally. Um, they might become more fun to like be around the kids. But yeah, that's an interesting situation. You may also find somebody who they start off as like a King of Wands person and they end up transforming over that 20 years to become a less fiery person and a more mellow person. Something about you might turn them, into a more mellow person. Like I'm just getting mellow with it, mellow yellow. Somebody might currently be homeless. And there goes a king. Wheelers, you might be somebody who spends a lot of time dating for a little while, and then you end up with somebody who is just the end all be all, and then you guys end up just staying together and getting married. Like if you're single now, it's coming off as moving from this energy where this is feeling like single and this is feeling like married, especially with the Ten of Cups here. If you're with somebody who is difficult, it's like you leave them and you end up with somebody who is less difficult. The Six of Cups keeps coming out, so it's coming off as a lot of people finding their soulmates, finding their happiness. It could be somebody from the past coming back also as well. Like past issues keep repeating, like coming back to be dealt with. Anything else? I definitely see this. This looks relatively good, But the only thing that I see here that could be like challenging long term is money. Um, so do what you need to do to make sure that you have enough of it. But the cards that I'm seeing that are kind of caging this money in are cards that are choices. You can make better choices. It's like this is intentionally blocking yourself, and this is thinking you're stuck when you're not. So it's coming off as you can have this. You just have to move, not like physically move necessarily, although that might help you. This is the card travel. Um, but if you refuse to change, is what I'm saying, your money will continue to be kind of trapped. But I mean, if you want to manifest a man or a woman or someone is coming off as you can do that. And yeah. So that being said, you may also need courage when you are moving. Um, this is also coming off as communication too, because this can be suppression. This can be communication. That can be ending, and that can also be communication as well. So it's like, um, speak your truth. Don't allow anybody to suppress you, and don't stay too long in one in a job that you hate. Don't stay too long in an area that suppresses your money or your ability to make money. So I feel like that'll help you guys to do what you need to do. Definitely do your own due diligence. As always, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully to talk now. So Pisces. I heard somebody pronounce it Piscus one time, and I was like, why? But Anyway, you guys are like a river. You know, you are water signs, but it's like they're able to move around obstacles like water, is what I'm getting. All right, Pisces, we want to know what is. Okay. All right. And we got the Knight of Swords that fell off. This fell off reversed. Even though I don't really take those unless they come off and do some gymnastics to become reversed. This, I finally caught on. This is Pluto himself. And it really kind of sucks because it's a little bit funny to me because he's a planetary body now. He's not a planet anymore. It's like he's a, what do they call it? It's I don't remember what they call it, but he's like a celestial body or something. Nine of Wands, the double card. So, as these two are doing their dance, I feel like there is a need for you guys to put in more work, and it's going to feel kind of like a bit burdensome for y'all. But I do feel like you can't advance. It's just going to feel like you're going to have to work twice as hard to get where you want to go. It's what it's feeling like for Pisceans that are watching. Ooh. And that Eight of Pentacles tried to flip over. Yeah, you're gonna have to put some work in here. If you're just used to coasting or not really putting a whole lot of effort in, it's feeling like if you want things to change, you're gonna have to get real serious and really focused and stay that way for a long time. Oh yeah. And, if you feel like, hold on. Feeling like you guys might be moving in the wrong direction. Yeah, if you want to manifest what you want, you're gonna have to get out the mud. It's feeling like things not necessarily being handed to you. You have to get focused, and this is the card of Jupiter as well. Look at what Jupiter's doing in your planet. You guys are also, I think, ruled by Jupiter, right? I think I could be wrong about that one, but I do believe that co-ruler for Pisces is Jupiter, or Jupiter is your ruler. If you want money, you gotta get it out the mud. If you want to get married, you gotta get out the mud. That could also be y'all's energy. You might also want to look at Venus, what Venus is doing in your chart. If you want to advance, you're gonna have to. I just keep hearing "get it out the mud," and I keep hearing it like that. It's like a song. Get it out the mud. Get it out the mud. Very strange. I'm seeing that you guys are like sandwiched between this energy. This is coming off as Pisces. That's coming off as um whatever Capricorn placements you guys might have, or just the energy of Capricorn. You might want to look at your house of Capricorn to see what's going on there. But it's coming, it was the Pisces energy there. It's coming off as you guys just like being ping ponged between those two energies for a while. Yeah, if there's some kind of conflict, lots of things going on, get focused, remove the conflict of interest. It's coming off as harsh aspects to Pluto in your charts that you guys need to kind of deal with. You might also have Cancer placements or need to look at what is going on in Cancer in your chart. Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me. You might have somebody reaching out to you. If it's a relationship, it's looking like y'all might be able to, get relationship stuff more easily than financial stuff here. It's not all bad. It's what coming off is you can manifest what you want. You just kind of have to use your hands and get your hands dirty to get it. This is also coming off as when Pluto goes back into Capricorn and retrogrades. That might be when things are slowing down for you. So it's not coming off as a transit-wide thing. It is, though, coming off as something that will be around for a while. Not the entire 20 years, just, a while. You may also be going through your Saturn return while you're also going through this transit, which is why it feels like the energy is a bit difficult. So this is feeling like stagnation. This is also feeling like when it retrogrades back into Capricorn, it's coming off as that's when all of this is, really becoming a focus in your life. Get it out the mud. There goes Aquarius. There goes Five of Cups. And there goes the King of Pentacles as well, which could also be Saturn. Like difficulty regarding Saturn and Jupiter. But it's really feeling like being slowed down, at least for a little while, especially when it comes to finances. So look at those things in your own chart to see what's going on. I am just a reader on YouTube. This is a general reading for Aquarians. Is there anything else that I can see? It's feeling like you guys having to look at something a little bit more closely before the cycle ends, which is why there's like stuff going on that you need to reevaluate. It's just going to take a little bit more effort for you guys because it feels like there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time for y'all. So yeah, hope that made some sense. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you found value in this reading. Please leave a comment if it resonated with you. Leave a comment. I love comments. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a good 20 years. And hope to see you guys again. My birthday is coming up, so if you feel so inclined, my Cash App will be down below, and I am accepting donations. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Where is my cursor? There it is. All right.